Hello.
Hi.
We have for you more Star Wars.
Yeah. This is Vader and Von Reg.
This will be the last stream before we take a little week break.
Yeah, we're taking a
break.
Taking a little. We'll be back. We'll be back.
2 Sundays from now.
Sometime in the future.
The second Sunday is the dawn. First light of the second Sunday.
Look
to the west.
I gotta get used to pointing at the camera. Look to the west. Pointing at the camera is a great bit. I gotta get.
We should be doing that way more.
We should be doing this way more. I gotta when I'm yelling at somebody in chat specifically, I'll go like, "You, listen to me."
Give him the finger.
Yeah. Is that TOS to pretend to shoot? Is it TOS for me to pretend to shoot you?
Is this a meme right here? Hold on. Right there.
Objection. Objection.
Not here to heckle. Yeah, that's what they all say, Joker. But you're the only one that's lying about it. All right. Who? Vader Von Reg?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me just roll it.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Von Reg it is. I think almost every deck except for Rio is at 2 wins.
Rio's out of it. And all one of these decks is looking for big separation here. One of these decks is looking for separation from the pack. Paul City.
We're getting pretty close to some new set, right?
Yeah.
Few weeks. By the time we get back, we're going to be like almost all the cards will be spoiled, I bet.
Yeah, I mean, there have been some spoilers.
Yeah,
we have gotten some spoilers over the last bit here.
I saw Bendu today. I was not very impressed by Bendu.
There's cards like that I see, and I'm like, how are you ever supposed to beat this card in limited? And
Old Man Luke got to be coming. Is that a thing that's going to happen?
He's on a picture and a card, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could, being a creature, you could be, discounted. You get creature synergies.
You can play it faster with Malikali, right?
Yeah.
And then he won't actually thrash your dudes, right? He's clearly the big payoff for that. So, yeah, you can use Jabba's Rancor, but Bendu's creature equivalent of direct hit. Probably not. I think it's called It's Worse, and it costs 7.
Yeah, I think we would more likely see a force user equivalent of direct hit than we would see a creature equivalent.
Yeah, we have one. It's called Order 66.
Yeah, true, yeah.
So,
well, that's for Jedi, not for force users. I mean, that would be like if it was... I mean, a Sith equivalent of Order 66, then. There can only be 2. Each player discards down to 2 Sith characters. Or there can only be 2 Sith characters to play. You choose which ones live. That'd be kind of bad.
This hand's not awful, but I think I have to mulligan it.
This is also mulligan.
I think I have to. Supremacy was a green ship. And then Magical Christmas Lands, you play the Executor, then you play Supremacy. And you tell your opponent they're not allowed to concede while you attack them.
They already conceded 5 turns ago.
They're not. You're not allowed. You're legally not allowed to. Before we sit down and play this match, first off, you can't kill me with aggro damage to base, and also you can't concede the game if I have both Executor and Supremacy on the table.
I think Supremacy's pretty close to playable. It's got ambush, so. Excuse me. Ooh, well.
All right, look, listen.
Shatterpoint and set not supremacy. What was Shatterpoint?
Oh, the use the force. Either defeat something with like two or three remaining HP, or use the force and defeat something.
That's
right?
pretty good.
I'll play the spacer.
I'll take initiative. I didn't draw a 2-drop, which is really, 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 really bad. I think for this deck. Yep, it's really bad. I would say it's
Catastrophic.
horrible. Yeah, it's really bad. I'll play Von Ring's tie.
I'm gonna attack you for 2.
Take initiative.
I'm going to Vader, and I'm gonna sanction a shuttle, and I'll pass.
I'll interceptor the shuttle. Give me this.
Victor Lear.
I'm going to slap Von Rig into here.
I'm going to attack you for 3.
Take initiative.
This TIE fighter is going to fight the interceptor. And I will pass.
I will fight Victor Leader. So I'm going to trample. So that's attacking for 7.
Yeah, so you trample for 3.
Trample for 3, yep. Oh, you could have made a tie last turn.
Oh, sorry, I did. Let's pretend like I did.
Yeah.
I'm gonna attack you for 2.
Dark Black, 21 months. Thank you. Play Corvus and move Von Rig.
Nine toughness.
Yep. I did the thing.
Let me use Vader and make a TIE fighter.
Take initiative.
I'm gonna play an eager escort fighter, but not ambush. And I'm gonna surprise strike this TIE fighter into you for 4. And I will pass. Yeah.
Is that legal?
I'm gonna shoot down the escort fighter.
And Spacer is going to attack your base for 2.
I'm gonna covert strength my Von Regs.
I'm gonna Ocean bounce that.
Attack you for 7.
Yeah.
Gain 2.
I'm gonna use Vader to make a tie.
Play Von Regs.
I'm gonna play this Clone Combat Squadron.
Take initiative.
I'm gonna slap Vader in this Clone Combat Squadron.
Pretty big.
And then I'm gonna pass.
I'm gonna Fang Fighter the Vader pilot.
Overwhelming barrage on the combat squadron. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I guess we'll do 9 and 1.
Yep. I'll interceptor blast that thing.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Let's attack you for 2.
I'll fight a tie.
I will attack you for 1.
Take initiative.
I will attack you for 1. I'm going to play a first order TIE fighter, and then I'm going to attack you for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay. I'm dead.
I was like white knuckle holding that overwhelming barrage.
Yeah, I figured.
To try to figure out the place to play it. I was like, is it last turn? I like wanted to make sure Von Reg died to it.
Yeah. No, not drawing in first turn play is just
yeah,
bad. I mean, I think I did okay, all things considered.
I had interesting lines that game. If depending on what your first turn play was. And yeah, I was definitely bug-eyed. Like, what do you just like skip this first turn play? So.
Yeah. All right, Holdo, Lando. What do we 4, 5, 6? Land. What's that doing in Theed anyway? What's up with that? Do BB-8 into the Resistance Bomber will live 2 dreams today? I already did that before, though. An easy dream to live.
Yeah, you did it twice in the same game.
Yeah. It's pretty much guaranteed. No mulligan. Oh, either way. Yeah, mulligan. Are you kidding me? Are you straight kidding me right now? I'll take initiative.
Please take the stream seriously, Justin.
I'm literally just
I'll
drawing
play
cards.
Resistance X-Wing.
I've lost the heart of the cards.
Yes.
What the hell?
Yeah.
I'm only getting everything. Play Echo Base Defender.
Play black one.
Take initiative.
I'll buff this thing, then hit you for 4.
Never tell me the odds.
I'll Lando in Concord Dawn. The shield. I think it's less important for Lando to have first turn play than in Vonreg, but it still sucks because you really want to be setting up your Landoing. It's worse. We only have 20 soundbite slots, so.
I'm going to equip BB-8 here.
Or
I'm going to fight this thing.
take initiative.
I'm going to open fire, and then attack you for 2. And then pass.
Take it for 4.
Attack you for 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'll try spinning. That's a good trick.
Indeed. Lando and Sabine's masterpiece. The shield.
I'm gonna play Poe Dameron.
I'll take initiative.
Black one is gonna attack your base for 2 and ping the shield off of Sabine's masterpiece. And I'm going to pass.
I'm gonna Lando and Fleet Lieutenant and give a shield to Echo Base Defender and fight Poe.
Blue Squadron. Sorry, yeah, Resistance Blue Squadron.
I will take initiative.
We're gonna buff. Yeah. We'll buff Black one. We'll deploy Holdo. Holdo is gonna fight there. There we go. 4. Holdo will buff Black one. It's gonna hit you for 6. And this is gonna hit you for 4. And I will pass.
Dead. Alright, maybe next time I can draw a turn and play. Just maybe. Good lord.
This Holdo deck, I think, is overperforming.
I mean, I think it's just like...
I think it's overperforming, but at the same time...
It's just got solid plays.
Yeah, I do think you get to play one of the best cards in the game right now, so... Alright, Von Reg and Han.
I'll take on.
Okay.
Play Von Rig. I'll be if I don't draw a first turn play with the Sun deck, I don't know what's going to happen. There's so many 1-drops in here.
Eight health difference.
I don't think this deck has a good answer to like Von Rig existing though, is the thing.
It's probably racing him.
Yeah, but he comes on a turn earlier.
You start like 8 resources ahead or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Von Reg's in his tie and he can like smash through something and put damage on the base. That's like a bit different. I was actually wondering if you were gonna like, I don't like putting Von Reg on the Corvus was good, but I think being able to like fight through my guys and like kill a guy plus get damage on the base, just doing that like multiple times is pretty good. The restore on the Corvus like was very close to swinging that game.
Yeah, I mean maybe just like Corvus was sitting there because that made the tie that much more susceptible to stuff. Because I guess you bounced it when you wouldn't have been able to otherwise.
Correct.
Yeah.
The Corvus can't be Sanctioner shuttled and can't be Genosian patrol crafted, right?
Yeah, true.
The Corvus can be waylaid, but that's the only card. You have won the initiative. Got some spicy meatballs in his hand. I guess it's just something like this.
Greedo.
Rokai gunship.
Wolfpack.
Take initiative.
Yes.
It's like
It's pretty tempting.
Trade 2 for 1. Am I insane not to take a 2 for 1? 3 cards in hand. I think I'm insane not to take a 2 for 1. So
I'll Han.
I'm gonna play the Confederate Tri-Fighter.
Play 3PO, say 1.
Yeah. I'll take the initiative.
I'll play R2.
Alright. Get attack for 2 a turn on the ground.
Yep.
Your overconfidence is your weakness.
Your faith in your friends is yours.
I was about to say that.
Well, we got to resource something. I guess it's this. But I guess it's that. I guess it's that. All right, with slap Von Reagan, yeah, we just strap him up.
Han. I'll attack you for 2. Wait, it's
1.
It's odd cost, so I'll attack you for 2.
Okay. I'm gonna hit you for 6.
Hit you for 1 and say 5.
I'm gonna play Inferno 4. We'll keep that there. We'll ice that.
Play a Wolfpack Escort.
I'm gonna shoot it down. Take 2.
Never tell me the odds. The Inferno 4.
You milled my card that I wanted.
Excellent.
I guess I'll send both of these to Hades. I'll take the initiative.
Yes.
I'll hit you for 6.
On. Okay. I'll just attack with 3PO then.
Okay.
Say 1.
Play an Onyx Squadron Brute.
Play Plo Koon.
I'm gonna K-turn this dude.
Jesus. I'll deploy Han.
I'll hit you for 6.
3.
I'll take initiative.
1. Pass. Oh boy.
Attack you for 6. I'll buff the Onyx Squadron Brute.
I'll shuttle the brute.
Interceptor the shuttle. Playing Magic over here.
Yeah, good lord.
I Necrotal your Mana War.
Take her 6.
Yeah, I'll just take the initiative, I think.
Take you for 3. Take you for 1. I will take you for 1 and say 3. Playing Falcon.
At least to the Falcon.
It's that easy. I'll play the Falcon. I'll hit you for 3.
Yeah.
Pass.
Never tell me the odds.
I don't have anything that kills Flow here. Flow hits me for too much. Nothing else hits me for yeah, I guess I'll attack you for 6 and then die. Just die because of the stupid health of this base.
Bang. To be fair, the health of the base made it so I couldn't never tell me the odds earlier. At least I hadn't had a chance of killing it. I don't know that your flip would have killed it, but I didn't think I was going to win that game, that's for damn sure. It was all about the HP, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Interesting
I did 32, right? Like,
Yeah.
That kills all but 3 bases.
Interesting. Okay, Lando Rio.
This is like where Rio's ability is
Like really good?
at its most powerful.
Yeah.
We got this game and then one more game, and we could go look at the standings, and we'll know them all. So, the challenge I think is public. You can just go look at it.
Yeah. If you type !! standings even, you'll see a link to it. I know. I understand.
Yeah. We get it. We get it.
I understand.
We get
Snadnings.
Yeah. Okay.
Snadnings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't account for you just not typing it right. Should have put in some error handling.
He's trying to get us canceled by baiting us into making ableist comments about dyslexia or something.
We are not a dyslexic compliant
Yeah.
stream command chat.
We don't use dyslexic friendly font on the channel.
I imagine Star Wars font is not dyslexia friendly. I don't know
Arabesh?
though. Arabesh? No, definitely not.
Chat is Arabesh dyslexic friendly? Asking Grok. You need info on the.
I'll read it, Mulligan.
I guess we'll leave it. We'll
Yeah, no,
that's from like a couple weeks back. Just go look up jokes about Grok from like 2 weeks ago. You'll know where I was going with it.
I mean, I think Grok is still doing questionable
Oh well,
information presenting.
yeah. Here's the
As
thing
far as,
about
like-
large language models. They're all doing questionable language presenting. It's just depending on what they've been fed, right?
Oh yeah,
Like,
for sure.
that hand, for the record, was an 8-drop, a 6-drop, a 7-drop, a 5-drop.
Like I even struggle to call stuff like ChatGPT AI because it's more like an algorithmic
AI
response generator.
AI is a marketing term.
Yeah.
Anything that uses large data, right? So There's like you actually have to. The problem is for like 40 years in this country, 45 years maybe 50. We'll say 50. I think it started long before we were born. Technology has gotten free press. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, for a large portion of that, technology was making giant leaps and bounds forward, right? Like you always had something that built on what came before it, right? And so you had like a bunch of stuff that's like leapfrogged up and technologically for, we'll say 40 of those 50 years. The last 10, maybe even 15, but particularly the last 10, you have to ask yourself, what sort of innovations have come out of Silicon Valley that have actually changed your life? Okay, is it a legal cab? Is it a legal hotel operation? Right, like it's stuff that's like things that are convenient, right? At the expense of the people who like provide that convenience to you, essentially free. Like like way cheaper than it actually needs to be, right? The thing about like say Uber or Lyft is that they're companies that exist with essentially no infrastructure outside of like the web. They can't exist because they couldn't afford to exist, right? So
Jazz Croc.
due to including meaning mirrored or rotational similar characters would be hard to exclude. Oh, okay, excellent. Investors just latch on to laziest buzz phrase. Yeah. So now because tech was able to coast for so long, the media has not actually, and this is like an indictment of the current state of media writ large over the entire planet. It's not like specific to America, because UK, Australia, they all have the media that's the stakeholders for the media are the people who like own the companies, right? So people like Bezos, like they want technology to be gassed up because a lot of value that exists is kind of like we all agree that something is good and so it's worth a lot of money, right?
They have investments in those technologies.
Yes, and so they're invested in it,
Yeah.
right? And the thing about AI is I genuinely believe, I follow, what's his name? I'll link it later in the Discord. He is like a AI skeptic. He believes that AI is in a bubble. There's like a handful of people out there who are like basically Cassandra about AI, where it's like it doesn't solve $1 trillion problem.
No, it's
right?
really, and they're really not improving upon the models that much.
No, that's because the thing is, like the large language models, they don't have memory.
Right.
Like they don't. It's not like every time you interact with it, it gets stored in some sort of database or something like that, right? That's not what's actually happening with generative AI stuff, right? You can't even like if you're working with an artist and it turns out like the artist is shitty, you can at least see where they like their art, what like they were like, here's the art that I gave you and stuff like that. And they're like, yeah, I'm not very good at this, but I'll get better, right? AI can't even think back. You can't even say, oh, that thing that you just gave me, do that again, except make it slightly better with these conditions, type thing. It's not, no.
You can kind of do that, but within the same like prompts.
But
right?
yeah, no,
you can't, like I can't take your prompt and say like make Nathan's prompt but better.
Yeah. Costs too much. Yes,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
exactly.
right. The computational power that is being put into it, the fact that like large swaths of our current economy is like geared to trying to make data centers without actually like asking the question, do we need this many data centers? Right? We're setting ourselves up for failure, and the bottom is going to fall out at some point, right? So train up more specialized, much more impactful on tech. My organization uses them and is having measurable. Yeah. So that what we're talking about there, right, is large data models that are generated, and I think in specific fields,
Like medical field.
there's a lot of stuff where we actually have the computing power to tackle large models.
Yeah.
That is different than like the generative AI, right? Like that's like we're putting the generative AI because there are people who think, and it's labeled AI, right? But really, it's just like processing data at a larger capacity than we've had the ability to do up until now, right?
Yeah.
Like we finally got computers to the point
Because it's not intelligent.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, right? It's not passing a Turing test,
No.
right? It's not coming up with ideas, right? It can't generate ideas. It can't even, like, AI can't model a human body, right? Like you have to understand how complex human bodies are. AI can't model that, right? So okay, all right. Where were we? All right, here we are. Zooming back in. This is probably too late. And
our security banned ChatGPT at work, and I had just fixed an offering for people to request a website unblock. And like the day they banned ChatGPT, it was like a ton of people requested, "Oh, I need ChatGPT to do my job." Like, where were you doing? What were you doing 2 years ago, dude?
Here's the thing, all right? The fact that they're we'll say the email class, right? The people who have fake email jobs in America.
All of them are just using a ChatGPT to make their jobs, to just do their jobs for them.
That is not an indictment of ChatGPT. That is an indictment of that level of job in America.
That corporate existence.
I feel like I had a fake email job when I was working in security. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Eddie's invested in all kinds of cryptocurrency. He does not like it when I go on long-winded rants about the current state of tech. So I think maybe you are useless. So we're gonna get rid of you. Who won the initiative roll? Did I?
Sure.
Battlefield Marine. Go ahead.
Rito.
All right, I'll take initiative.
Yes. That makes sense. I mean, there's like a lot of really good applications for ChatGPT.
Modified text, read levels for students with disabilities.
I use it for scripting because I generally will know what I want a script to do, but I don't know how to do it.
Is that an indictment of your job? Is that an indictment of ChatGPT, or is that an indictment of the quality of education in America? Right? Like the thing is, like there's like this American, maybe this is uniquely American. This concept that a magic product can show up and fix everything, right? Because that's essentially what AI is being sold as. Is this just this is going to do it all? This is going to solve everything that exists, right?
It does it all. It just does it worse and at a higher cost.
Yeah, right. It's going. So we haven't paid the ChatGPT bill. And the ChatGPT bill is probably going to be like a 2008, 2009 TARP like bailout of all the tech companies because they've sunk so much money. And they're like, oh, it doesn't actually do anything, right? Scrubbing his chat is you're welcome. Yeah, exactly. You better get
I wish we got Terminator Future, man. I want to be able to fight robots instead of just like everyone getting stupider.
Yeah, well, the problem is like you fight robots these days on the battlefield. It's just
they're drones. They've bombed you from 8 miles away.
Yeah, they hit you from like 5,000 feet above you or whatever, right? You just like if you listen to like any battlefield reporting, or you listen to any reporting in say like Israel/Gaza, you just hear the buzzing in the background of drones.
Yeah,
right. It's just in the background the whole time. So
terrifying.
All right, we're going to use Lando to play the restored arc, and we're gonna shield the Battlefield Marine. And this might just be take my damage. Yeah, I was gonna say
that.
All right. That may have just been get your damage in, I'll take the initiative.
Take it for 3.
Oh, it's way late. It's in my hand.
Yep. That's definitely already happening. IG meat bag, especially in schools, and definitely in business. We're having trouble hiring offshore resources that aren't just looking at ChatGPT to do every task and following ChatGPT prompts to a T.
Right. I can imagine that.
It's really frustrating.
Tag it for 2, restore 1.
I'll take it for 3.
I'm gonna play the Bright Hope.
5, right? I'll play Razor Crest.
I will take initiative.
Yes. Manager for a tech design team and just had some employees transferred to me this week. Read through their most recent performance evals to get a sense of their history, and it was very obvious their last manager just used ChatGPT to generate their evaluation summary. Yeah. That problem's gonna, in the next like 2 years, it's just gonna be people communicating with each other using ChatGPT, and then using ChatGPT to parse the other person's responses, and then using ChatGPT to reply to them.
Yeah.
That's just like how business communication is going to be until they're just replaced.
25 miles of the rainforest have burned to death.
Yeah, to generate like 10 meaningless emails.
Sorry, I had to use ChatGPT to do my job because my house washed away in upstate South Carolina because of a hurricane.
Yeah, we have no FEMA relief, so
yeah, right, and we got our FEMA large portions of the federal government this year. So
like the Asheville cleanup stuff they cut off funding for Asheville cleanup, and they're not close to done. Like that's so fucking frustrating.
Yeah, I can imagine. All right, I'm gonna attack you for 2 and restore 1.
I'm gonna put Rio on the Razor Crest and bounce the Arc. Mono Space Whales.
I'm going to attack you for 2.
I'll surprise strike Greedo in for 6.
Plays Battlefield Marine.
Thank you for 7.
My mistake was I had a Rebel Assault and I could have just killed the Razor Crest, and that was my mistake this game. I'm gonna put Luke into the Bright Hope. So now my sequencing's like all fucked up.
I'll play Houndstooth.
Okay. I'll take initiative.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. I think this game was literally a misplay, like on my part. I think I'm supposed to fight the Razor Crest there, because otherwise like you don't get damage that turn, right? I'm at 10 versus not able to kill this thing. It's got 10 health. I can only attack it for like 7. Dead like 100 different ways. I guess what I do is I don't have enough resources here to do this. Guess I'm supposed to Rebel Assault, kill Greedo, and then have the Bright Hope fight the Houndstooth.
All cunning and discard a card and +4.
I'll Lando is Fleet Lieutenant in and shield the Bright Hope.
I'll take you for 11.
Yeah, I'll take initiative.
Yes.
I'm gonna play this. I'll
Fall.
play this Rebel's Fall.
Okay.
Okay. I think I threw that game. I think I threw that game away. Straight up threw it away. I think I threw it away. I threw that game. It's that simple. I messed up. I fucked up. It's not any more complicated than that. Some matchups I genuinely believe are way more complicated than they initially appear, right? I genuinely believe that. I will say that's the one thing that I think this format loses, right? Is the which deck, like a deck could be 80-20 in the matchup.
Yeah.
But
the 20 can still happen that game.
No, it's 80-20 if you know how to play it, right?
Definitely.
Right. Like I resourced Rivals Fall because I was like, this. I don't think this like the Rio's gonna come out and do his damage. But what I need is just if I kill the Rio, then I'm back to square one. I had a Luke in hand, like the 7-drop Luke. So I could. I had like life gain. I could smoke something, right? But the Rio is what you lose to.
Yeah.
So I need to like Death Grip. Now you had a cunning and you discarded a card at random, so it's possible you maybe you hit the cunning there or whatever. But still, it's like Death Grip. Hold on to the Rivals Fall because Rio's ass. Pull over. It's way too fat.
And Sabotouring you to death.
Yeah, exactly. He's just he's not participating, right? Yeah, so I was trying to play around Mandalorian on the Razor Crest because it was gonna bounce the thing, and then you just like slap Rio in there. I was like, oh yeah, that could have happened.
I guess if you had Rebel Assaulted it down, I could play Houndstooth and deploy Rio into it and still get the 6 from Greedo. So then you have Houndstooth to deal with, but like
the difference is you don't do 7 damage to me that turn.
Yeah,
right. That's the big difference. Because that's what I lost to is because Rio was literally half my life, right?
Yep.
And it's like getting the shield on Battlefield Marine is probably greedy. I should probably just trade with Greedo, right? You're the aggro deck. If you don't have anything in play, then guess what? Cunning doesn't do anything, right? My guys are big and dumb and stupid and slow, right? So what I'm going to lose to is like either the +4 or the discard, right? It's not like Cunning is like tap 2 of my guys, bounce another one, right? Mm. It might bounce a strategic dude out of the way and then +4 or whatever, but you need units on the table to surprise strike with. You need units on the table to like use the really powerful stuff.
So if you had just taken the Battlefield Moran out, I didn't have to play Waylay, and I could have played Houndstooth that turn. So like then I have another unit in space. And
so I had a blue leader in my hand the whole game.
Okay,
the whole game.
So blue leader would make a response to that.
Yeah. So that was the thing. Is like I was trying to set up. I had blue leader. I think I even drew 2 blue leaders because I revealed one from the resource row. Right. So I was like ready for blue leader situations where it's like, you know, play it with Lando, get value type of thing, right? So.
All right, I'll mulligan.
Yeah, I'll mulligan. They had the fail case of the just deploy Wingman Victor 2 onto the ground and let them start attacking. The New Hope, is Vader just walking down the hallway when he's like, you two guys with me? Just you two random TIE fighter pilots?
Was it TIE fighter pilots? Oh, when he like is going
And when
out.
he's like, we got to go out and fight them.
I mean, they had to be his boys, right?
Well, maybe. I mean, they retroactively make them his boys, as opposed to just
maybe.
random dudes, right?
Probably. I mean,
Because
one of
like
them did
Mauler,
just, like,
Mauler, Mythil, and Backstabber are like they've been named forever, right? But I was trying to think back to New Hope because we watched it. We watched it for Star Wars Day. And I want to say he's just like walking where it's like, we got to engage them, you two, you two random guys. There's a million people on this Death Star, but you two guys, you're with me.
Maybe they were just hanging out waiting for his word.
It could be, maybe. I don't remember the full thing, but okay. What are you supposed to resource here? I guess it's these two things. They're the only things that make sense. Initiative.
7.
12. I'm going to play a tie.
Block 1.
I will take the initiative.
Pass.
I'm going to eager escort fighter block 1. I think there's too much of a chance of it snowballing and running away with the game.
I'm gonna daring raid the tie.
Okay. I'm gonna. Oh, this is reversed. Sorry. I'm gonna play a TIE fighter.
I'll play determined recruit.
I will take the initiative.
Pass.
You have blue squadron me. That's what you're gonna do. I know this guy. This thing is gone. Alright. We're gonna attack you for 1.
I'll attack you for 3.
I'm gonna play the Clone Combat Squadron.
No blue squadron.
I will take the initiative.
Pass.
I'm going to overwhelming barrage and do 5.
Oh.
Your friend and mine. We're gonna hit you for 5.
Take initiative.
We're gonna make a TIE fighter. This retroactively becomes 6 damage. I'll take initiative. I'll pass. This guy.
That guy.
What's his deal?
He's the guy.
What's his deal?
He's quite a guy.
What gives? What gives with this guy? What are the chances I lose to just Poe? Pretty high, right? Pretty high to just lose to just Poe right here.
Vader deploy turn.
The Nathan Fielder, Vader smile, like Vader pointing at the camera is like, I'm telling Backstabber and Mahler Mythal what a great job they do. They're just off camera.
You were at 3, right? Yeah. Do I discard a card and blow up a tie? Do I discard a card and do 2 to your base? I think I blow up a tie.
I'm going to play Victor Leader.
I'll play black 1.
Hit you for 5.
I'll do.
I'm gonna play a P-38 and I'm gonna blast Poe for 1.
Take it for 3. Buff Poe.
The ground Poe.
The ground Poe.
I'm gonna make a TIE fighter.
I'll take initiative.
Do we crash? Do we crash Vader into Poe? I can't deploy Vader. Justin's got the initiative. Poe attacks, kills Vader for free. Poe. If I slap Vader into whatever, it doesn't matter. He's dead as the first action. The only thing I get from that is 2 TIE fighters. I get +2/+2 on the Close Combat Squadron, right? Also, black 1 can attack and ping something. I think we deploy Vader to the ground, we kill Poe. Yeah, he lives into the phase, he loses his +2/+2, and then he dies. Alright, we'll pass. I think I actually resource nothing here. It sucks. It really does. Maybe I was supposed to deploy Vader in space for some extra damage there. But I think if Poe's on the table with Holdo, I think my chances of winning the game drop significantly. Plus, I don't want to try to do that later in the game if Wrecker's lurking around, right?
Play your Radis.
The Radis, you say. Okay. Okay. Well, let's can we buff the Clone Combat Squadron out of range of the Radis? I gotta get it to. We gotta get big with it. I am going to Cartel Spacer Black 1.
Take it for 3, buff Radis.
Alright, so the Radis is currently 8. And it's gonna 2 for me. Alright, the Combat Squadron is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the Combat Squadron is enough to take out the Radis. So I guess that's what we do. We'll fly the Combat Squadron into the Radis.
I'll explode into the Victor Leader.
Victor Leader explodes.
I'll take initiative.
Do we shake hands? We say good game, everybody. We are going to salvage back the Victor Leader. It's close. I think the Combat Squadron is actually pretty good here, but I think the if you play another Radis, I'm gonna wish I had as many bodies as I could, right? We're gonna slap Wingman Victor 2 into this TIE fighter and make a fighter. We're gonna make a fighter with Vader. The Starfighter is going to kill the block 1. And then this guy's going to attack you for 2. And then
3.
3. And then I'm going to pass. Alright, resource nothing. Play Galactic Ambition, play Supremacy.
You win. All right. Fleet Officer Poe.
Make 2 spaceships.
Make 2 ties. 2 X-Wings.
Slap Poe into one of them.
I don't think I do.
It says you may.
You may.
You may attach them. Okay.
Yep.
You're at 15. I'm looking at a lot of damn damage. You missed the Radis.
I missed the Raz.
So we got 4. We got 7. We got 10. We got like 16 on table. I just turn my guy sideways. I hit you for 4.
Was it 14?
Yeah.
Here's 3. Buff. A tie. I mean an X-Wing.
Yeah, they do not have the resistance.
Buff. Fleet Officer.
Attack you for 3.
Yeah, I got nothing else.
Attack.
Yeah. Yep.
Vader fought through the worst. Radis, that was close, I think, to getting you back in the game. I held the salvage because I was like, for sure, our Victor leader goes down.
I feel like I was just like slightly behind on resources. Like the turn I just had the Poe attack, all I had was black 1 and then determine recruit, and I had to like, should I have even, because if I didn't discard determine recruit to kill the TIE fighter, I could have played it, and I would have played like black 1 and then it on the black 1,
and it would have been in pretty good shape.
Yeah, because
black 1 would have been attacking, and then like Holdo could make it like attack for 8 or something like that, and Poe could give you like a little bit of cover from the ground. It was tough. It's tough. It's tough to navigate. Like I said, it's subject to the fact that you don't know the matchup in these instances, because a lot of these are like, we've only played these leaders in this pod, like Von Reg, for instance.
We have another 2-way tie for a second. Holdo and Han.
Okay.
So it's 4-1, 4-1, 4-1, and then it's 3-2, 3-2, 3-2, 3-2, 3-2, 3-2. So we have 9 total decks.
Okay.
That are like in a qualifying position. We probably could just figure out a way to use 9 decks. We'll think about it. We could also just have like a playoff between the 6.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Yeah.
We got some vacation.
Well, that's ChatGPT what we should do. That's a great position.
I've got 6 Star Wars Unlimited decks.
We've played 3 groups of 6 decks, round robin each. What do we do now?
I've kicked my mic into the floor. Normally I performatively take my microphone off in a fit of rage.
Poor Von Reg. So. What did Von Reg lose to?
Vader.
Han. Oh, the Han game. The Han game was the heartbreaker for Von Reg because it felt like he was winning that game the whole damn time.
Yeah.
Oh well. All right. Yep. That's it.
We're done here.
That's the group stage for this tournament. Pretty fun. Very fun, I would say. I enjoyed this much more than Trash Compactor. I'll say that for sure.
Yeah, the quality of the decks were better, right?
Yeah, and they're just like all the games. I felt like were very close. Just about every game we played was really close. Or at least like within a few actions of like we pick the point of the game where things became like unwinnable for one deck. Yeah, it was not necessarily in the first part.
I don't feel like any of the decks were drawing like there may have been game states that you couldn't have come back from, but I don't.
That's just hard games though, right?
I didn't feel like any of these decks were like significantly a dog to the other ones.
No,
so.
Definitely not. All right. Thanks for watching, y'all. We will be back in 2 Sundays from now. So we'll see you then.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.